No, it's crazy. As soon as I sit down to record, I see a school shooting. And here we go again. It's a private school. It's a Christian school. And there's people in there just shooting. And then, of course, the shooter is pronounced dead. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Here we go. Like, man, I gotta stay away from the news. This stuff is so bad for your mentals. On the topic, I see, man, it's a lot of people that's actually doing the work to get better as people. And I know they probably don't want their names out there, so I just say, I see y'all. I love y'all. I love what you're doing. I appreciate all of that. There's a lot of us that's actually doing the work to get better. There's a lot of us that's actually taking it serious and doing all the necessary work, taking all of the steps, not taking shortcuts, like really trying to grow and evolve and learn from the past and not repeat the same things all over again. So that's the kind of stuff I love. That's the kind of stuff I champion. We need to see more of it. But I'll take what I can get because so much negativity in this world. Man, a lot of y'all are just born haters. And I'm really noticing that now. Like, all of the people that complain about, oh, it's too many podcasters out here. There's too many people. Everybody don't need to, be sharing their opinion. Everybody don't need to have a microphone. Like, you a hater. There's more people with social media accounts giving their unsolicited opinions on stuff than it is podcasters. Like, at least people actually investing in their future. And like, if you got a problem with somebody investing in themselves, believing in what they can do, you the problem. There's something wrong with you. You a hater. Man, it's sickening. It's sickening, man. Y'all get on my nerves. Don't even make no sense, man. You just hate because that's all you can do. While you complain about these other voices, you the one we don't need to hear, and I'm glad you're not sharing it. Thank you very much. Stay out the space. If it's too many people already, then we don't need you either. Man, haters. Shout out to my mic for picking up every sound, except for what's in the background. I love it. And like I'm actively, this is like active surveillance right now, so I can see what's going on, what the mic is picking up, and I love it. I love it. My computer is officially my worst enemy, so I'm not using that no more. You can't see the setup, but I changed a couple of things. I went back to the iPad setup. Actually, the iPad really didn't do me that bad. I was just trying to expand. I'm not sure if like the interface where I can hook up more mics. This one is only two. I got an Evo 4. I can hook up two mics to that through what you call it, the XLR cables. XLR cables. It's not like USB or nothing like that. And the other one I can hook up for. So that's why I was using the computer, hooked up Cubase. I actually have Cubase on here. I've used that a couple of times. So man, I'm sitting here thinking, why didn't I just stick with the iPad? But when you're trying to expand things, I've been learning all these different skills, learning how to use these different programs. It's going to be helpful when I upgrade my computer, which is coming soon. But this piece of crap, like, I'm ready to throw it out the window. I'm so tired, man.
No, not again. Why does it say pepper jam when there is no pepper jam? I swear to God, one of these days, I just kick this piece of shit out the window.
I wasted a good hour and a half earlier that I could have been sitting here recording. Just, y'all don't care. Anyway, it is a beautiful December day. And for some reason, a couple of posts I was looking at had me thinking about high school reunions. Like, they served a purpose before. Today, I don't really understand. I don't know why you would even be interested. Like, since the invention of social media, I think anybody born after, 82, when did they come around? I'm gonna say 85. Anybody born after 85, I don't understand the point of you going to a high school reunion, class reunion, 20-year, 30-year. What are you doing? You already know what everybody you went to school with is doing. You have all the social media accounts. It's a very small percentage of our generation and beyond that is not on some sort of social media. So at this point, I don't understand. Like, I don't have interest in going to see nobody that I went to high school with. The life that moves so far beyond that, I don't care. Anybody that I might be halfway interested in, I already follow, I already friended, I'm already subscribed to. I'm connected with them in some kind of way. So if I really want to be involved, if I really want to meet up with them, it's not going to be through no damn class reunion. The whole point of it was, hey, we have lost touch. And for everybody that's still around, let's gather around. Let's kick it. Let's keep in touch. Hey, how the kids doing? All of that stuff, right? I see all of that. Damn near everybody that had kids, their life is about kids now. Like, all of the people that they just parent posts. I'm sorry, y'all, but come on, man. I don't follow y'all for that. I'm not saying don't post your kids at all. Like, it's a certain element of, like, protect your children from the public. So, look, you got a private page, that make even more sense. But, like, man, some people, all they are is their children. Like, you just seem like a loser to me. Your life is about nothing but parenthood. I'm not going to give you a standing ovation for taking care of your kids. You're supposed to. You had them. Outside of that, like, man, you don't have nothing else going on with you? No hobbies? No extracurriculars? You're just a parent. That's what's up, I guess. Maybe I'm a hater. And if I am, that's cool. I ain't even worried about it at this point. Cause I tell you, back to the subject of the reunion, I'm not trying to reunite with none of them people. That's loser-like. I feel like you got to be a big loser to be so excited. Oh, my 20-year reunion is coming around. I can't wait to see these people I don't even know. They're not the same people as when you left high school. And if they are, that's even sadder. But no, man, I have nothing about that is exciting to me. It's just me. It's just my opinion. I feel like you gotta be such a loser to even participate. What are you doing, man? You already know what everybody is up to. For that small percentage, okay, it's slight story to this one. Our little bit of story time. It was somebody that I was kind of interested in. I was wondering what happened to them just because I haven't seen them on social media the whole time. Not Facebook, not Instagram, not Snapchat, not Crush Spot, nothing, man. I just always wonder what happened to her. And it was funny that some old picture got posted on Facebook. So it was like, I think it's from the yearbook. It was like a class picture. So we looking through all of these pictures, and I just commented like, man, I used to be so in love with somebody on this page. So I think, like, people was laughing. I think they thought I was talking about somebody else. Did they come out right? I can hear myself through these headphones. This kind of throwing me off. But I think a lot of people thought I was talking about somebody else. And they didn't actually know who I was, like, referring to. But this girl was like back in high school, I thought this was like the finest person in the world. Like, I didn't have issues talking to girls in high school. Like, I don't do the weird stuff to make you uncomfortable and all of that. Like, I was cool. I didn't have no issues. It was just this one girl, like, she made me so nervous. I saw her at my job and all of that. She even asked me one day, like, okay, I know you saw me. Like, why don't you say nothing? I'm like, I don't know. I can't even explain this. You just make me nervous. That's what I said. Because I got the honesty Tourette's. Like, it just comes out. I can't help it. So There was something about this girl that was just like I could just be daydreaming, just sitting there like. So in all of this time, I haven't seen her on any of the medias. Um, and then somebody asked about her because she was on the page, and then somebody posted a picture like, "Oh, she good, she doing this and that," and I saw the picture of them, and my first reaction was just like, "Oh," and then I looked at the picture, like I zoomed in, it was uh, such a disappointment, so disappointed. I know that's terrible of me. I'm not model material. I wasn't the prom king and nothing like that, but it was just like, man, all right, maybe I need to check my taste. Like I know what fine is. And everybody that went through some kind of transformation. There's very few people that look exactly the same. So you either went up or but I was looking at the picture and I was like all the air got let out of my balloon. I was just like, wow. Damn. Not horrible, but just not what my mind projected, you know. So womp womp. This is so unfortunate. And I'm a child for this. But you know I'm random. My mind takes me in a whole lot of places. And it went from the high school reunion to that. That's what I was thinking about. Man, that's such a letdown, man. Can anybody else relate? I went to one of what was that game? I think it might have been like a city championship football game. And I saw a couple of people I graduated with. And, time has not been kind to all of us, you know. At this point now, yeah, I could stand to shed a couple of pounds, but outside of that, like I like what I'm looking at in the mirror, and I think you should too, even if it ain't up to snuff, you know. But still, man, like this is the most superficial conversation I ever had on this channel, but I really mean this. Like, oh we, boy, I think some of us died some bullets. Hey man, let life handle that. Just be some eye candy at the time that you eye candy. Um, I can't believe. All right, man. You never know who's watching, so I always make sure that I don't throw names in. Yeah, man. There's a couple of people I just want to put some pictures up before and after, or yesterday and today, so you can see things change. Shout out to KC Crusaders. They're black and gold. Anyway, I swear I need help. I need help, man. I need all the help I can get. Whoever you can refer me to, I will at least take a look at the credentials. What are they talking about? Because I need a doctor, a head doctor. Anyway, I've been looking around this studio and I kind of had this epiphany. Like, you know what? It's almost a year to the day when I started working on this room. And this is like post birth and all of that. I got in here and it was plain white, gray, nothing on the walls, was nothing in here. Like this room was like completely left up to my imagination. And at that point, I was sitting on I didn't know what to do because all of the plans I had for setting up all of my stuff, it was really surrounding what I could do downstairs. Like I was initially in the basement. I had that space set up, and like now, like every room in the house is full now. Like this is the only space I had to work with. So, like in coming in here, when I finally got started, it's like once I got the ball rolling, it more and more just started coming to me, and I've been realizing that this was like exactly what I needed. Like it's not a final stop for me. It just showed me what I could do with a little bit of determination, planning, and a little willpower. Everything didn't work out like I initially planned. I had some panels that I was putting up on this wall over here, and I got halfway up the wall. I just kind of stepped back and I was like, okay, this is not going to work at all. Like these panels were terrible. It was a nice idea, but like on the follow through, it was hideous. So I took those down, and half the wall was bare. I painted the top half, the bottom half was just empty, and I didn't know what to do over there. And like even now, it's not like it's nothing special going on over there, but it's better than what I started out with. It's better than what I started with. So, and just looking around now, I realized that while I was working on this room, like the room was working on me too. I needed this for just the sake of like skill building, character building, all of that was happening. The more work that I put into it. So I'm like, I kind of had this little epiphany about it. Like I needed this run. I needed to be like I needed for all of my options to be gone. Where I realized, okay, I'm gonna have to figure it out. This is the only space that I can work with, and I don't have a clue what I'm gonna do. But keep going, right? That's the whole idea of it. I could have used that as any kind of excuse to be like, you know what? Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I don't have a space to work in, and I could have let all of this go. But I've really built a lot in a short amount of time. And when I think about like what I was up against this year, like I really had to be like my cousin was telling me stop being so hard on yourself. And when I take a step back and just look at everything that I've been able to do this year, I realize why he was saying that. Like I celebrated 5 years of being on the channel, but I haven't actually been doing this for 5 years. Like honestly, I got I don't know the total of videos I got put up, but like when I think about the work that I've been putting into it, it's not 5 years worth of work. Maybe at this point 1 year in total. So to see that kind of exponential growth in a year, okay, I got to step back and at least applaud my work. Give myself a pat on the back, something like that. We don't celebrate ourselves enough. So I have to do that in this moment because there's nobody but me. And I'm not pulling inspiration from somebody else's space or like my studio, my setup is not like anybody else's. That's because I wasn't copying. I'm not taking inspiration from anything that anybody else is doing other than, okay, that's hard work. I want to keep working. Hard work is motivation for me to keep working. But in terms of what's actually being done with the space, no. Some things I actually made sure to not do the same as other people because look, this is me. And I actually could have went further with it, but I got to a point where it was like, okay, enough is enough. Like you only got so much room to work with. Don't clutter up the space. But that's where I'm at today. Like I take a look around and I'm actually proud of my work. So I think like with that being said, I use this as an opportunity to just be positive about what's going on. Hopefully that's inspiring somebody else to maybe you got some hurdle, something that you need to overcome. It can be done. That's really my word today is it can be done. Now, I'm not completely done, but I'm so much further along than I was. And at the beginning, I didn't have a clue where to start. So, if I can figure this out, you can too. And just go do it. I love you, and I'm out of here.